plays. A lot of times, Dak Prescott extend plays to run the football. Aaron Rodgers is always looking to throw the ball down the field.
Or throw it away, either one. I'm sorry to interrupt, but again,
just go ahead, Skip.
You shattered the all-time record for throwaways.
Go ahead.
I don't want to start. I got to hear this.
Because
I'm being enlightened.
I mean, I was trying to go.
I'm actually learning from everything the Hall of Famer is saying.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You got more.
I don't have any more. Go ahead. No, I'm good. Go ahead.
You got Steve gave you stats.
I'm going. I'm good. Go ahead.
Are you sure?
No, I'm positive. Go ahead.
Once again, you have completely missed the boat.
Okay.
This is a huge deal for my Cowboys. This is a Super Bowl here we come move made by Jerry Jones. And to your final point that you made, I am shocked that Randall Cobb took only $5 million to play for the Dallas Cowboys, because it has to have something to do with maybe Dak Prescott. Maybe for the first time in his career, he actually wanted to play with a good guy quarterback who doesn't point fingers and show up his receivers on the field, and a good guy quarterback who, after every loss, will take all the blame in the post-game media session.
You think Green Bay offered $5 million? You think Green Bay
I have no idea.
Exactly. Because I can assure you, if Green Bay had offered $5 million, he'd still be in Green Bay.
So what did I tell you yesterday? Again, this isn't 2020 hindsight. It's not hypocrisy. I sat right here in this same chair yesterday, and I said, Randall Cobb is a much more valuable target in free agency than Eric Berry. Didn't I tell you that?
Yeah.
Because of his age of 28, and if he's healthy, and I give you, he was haunted by the hamstring all last year, and then at the end of the year, he had a concussion issue. Okay, can he bounce out of that? I don't know, but if he's healthy, he's got a whole lot of high-quality football left in that body. And I'm not so sure about Eric Berry, who's a couple of years older and has been more injured and had more physical maladies and issues, right? Okay. So I said, go for Randall Cobb. And I was stunned because I'd just about given up on Jerry Jones in off-season moves. He made one in the middle of the year last year for Amari. Boom! But off-season, not so much. He just sort of rests on his laurels. But all of a sudden, he got a Randall Cobb who did make a Pro Bowl in 2014. And I can't believe you just complimented Measly Beasley. You have ridiculed little Measly for the first 2.5 years we've been together on this show.
I said, and I paid him a very good compliment. I said, Beasley might be slightly better as a pure slot, but as a more rounded receiver. Beasley's not spending a whole lot of time outside the numbers. You know that.
Okay, I know that. And you can't. And if you need be, you can split Randall Cobb out. He can play both wides.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Randall Cobb might not be quite as between the numbers quick, but he's a touch faster just by his 40 time, just a touch faster. And to me, to my eyes, to my feel, he's a much better deep threat because Cole Beasley never ran past anybody. He never ran by anybody. He could beat him this way, side to side, but he couldn't get behind you. Randall Cobb gets behind people.
Well, he's more apt, Skip, to take a 5-yard route and go 30 as opposed to taking a 5-yard route going 10.
We saw him against the Bears in the
opening day. It was
75 yards.
Yeah, it was just catch and run. Very few slot receivers possess that type of ability.
Wait, there he goes. Ooh, I bet I'm going to see this a lot more with that star on the side of the helmet. There he goes. Look at this. Just imagine him in blue and silver and white.
Well, actually, had he been in the blue and white and whatever the colors are this year, it wouldn't have happened because he threw that ball behind him and it would have hit the ground. My bad.
Yep. So Randall Cobb, to me, has star quality. Randall Cobb was a 2nd-round pick. Cole Beasley was always overachieving as an undrafted free agent right out of SMU right there in the middle of Dallas,
Stop trying to diminish the man. Now he out of sight. Now you want to
He took his rap career to Buffalo, and I'm good. He can rap in Buffalo all he wants.
Big market.
Because nobody's going to be listening.
Yeah, they are.
Are they?
Yep.
And I hope he made a ton of money. I'm not sure exactly how much he got, but
he got more than what Dallas was offering.
All I know is all the years I've rooted against Aaron Rodgers teams or picked against Green Bay on this show and other shows, The guy who always scared me with little Randall Cobb in the slot, because he's not that little. He's 195 pounds, so he runs with authority.
Well, he didn't scare you. Jordy Nelson scared you.
No.
Devontae Adams scared you.
Randall Cobb
Greg Jennings scared you.
Look at his best year versus Cole Beasley's best year. Like that Pro Bowl year. He did make the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, he had over 1,200 yards. Yeah, 14. Didn't he have 12?
He almost had 1,300 and 12 touchdowns.
Yes.
Cole's best year was 2016, Dak's rookie year. Remember, he caught 75 balls to 91 for Randall Cobb, 833 yards, and 5 touchdowns to Randall's best 12 touchdowns.
Yeah, but Randall Cobb also had in 2012, he had 8 touchdowns. He had another season in 2015, he had 6 touchdowns. So his best year, I mean, some of his worst years were better than Cole's best.
And how about postseason? Can we look at those numbers real quick? Randall Cobb's caught 47 playoff footballs. That's pretty good to Cole Beasley's 15. Randall Cobb has 5 postseason touchdowns to Cole Beasley's 0. I'll take Randall Cobb over Cole Beasley any Sunday, Monday, Thursday, any day. All of a sudden, you have upgraded over Cole Beasley because this is a guy in the locker room when you're putting your stuff on before the game and you look around and you say, he's on my side. Yeah, he's on your side.
You see how quick you turn on Cole Beasley? That didn't take no time, Skip.
I just upgraded. I got Randall Cobb.
There's
no disrespect to Cole Beasley, but he's not Randall Cobb.
This is what I want you to understand. Anytime a person says, I don't mean any disrespect, the next words coming out of their mouth is about to be really disrespectful. The man hadn't even got out of Dallas.
I don't mean any disrespect, but he ain't no Randall Cobb.
Skip Bayless,
right?
You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You at least let the man get to Buffalo?
Who's the game breaker? Who's the difference maker? Who has star quality? Randall Cobb, yes. Cole Beasley, not so much.
And the question is, Skip, look, you keep saying that $5 million. I'm not so sure there are very many teams lining up for Randall Cobb's services, even at that number. I believe had Green Bay come to the table with a very similar offer, he leaves not this offense, but he leaves a quarterback that he's very familiar with. He doesn't have a problem with Aaron Rodgers, because guess who was a groomsman in Randall Cobb's wedding? Aaron Rodgers. They go to the Kentucky Derby together. So clearly, he doesn't have a problem as much as you'd like to make it seem like he does. But anyway, that's neither here nor there now. You have Randall Cobb. And if he can stay healthy, yes, he has more big play capabilities than Cole Beasley. Health is a big issue. Concussion, hamstring, he's been nicked over the... And remember, hold on. Last time he had a 1,000-yard season, that was like 5 years ago, Skip. Like that. Kind
of like Aaron Rodgers' last Super Bowl was 10 years ago.
Skip, don't do that. Oh, Randall Cobb was on that team, too.
Wow.
Oh, so
no, he wasn't. He wasn't on that team.
Oh, he came the next year. You're right. You came the next year, right?
Don't pin that one on him.
Well, so he missed out. He missed out on the GOAT. But he was there when Aaron won MVP. Look, I'm not trying. All they're doing is upgrading. They're giving all the weapons that Dak could possibly want. Now you have a situation, you get Jason Witten back. Now, how much that's going to help, I'll let you judge that. But he still has Zeke. He has Amari, Gallup. If he can continue to take strides.
Keep going.
And now you got Cobb in the slot.
Here we
go. You got those 3 offensive linemen. Now, Travis Frederick come back.
Back in business. Back in business.
You will have a better
maybe the best offensive line in football again.
You will have a better understanding of the capabilities of one Dak Prescott, and you will see whether or not he's going to be worth that franchise quarterback money. I don't like to be the bearer of bad news, because that's nothing. I mean, those people, the Turk, in football, they call him the Turk. He comes and he's like, a coach wants to see you, and bring the playbook. I don't want to be that guy. I could not be a mailman come April, because I can't bring them though. You got to play Uncle Sam. I don't want that job.
Nope.
I don't want this job to tell you, even though you got all them guys, you're still not going to the playoffs. Now,
we are back in business.
You're out of business.
Just think about this. Amari Cooper and Dak have the whole offseason to really get to know each other. They got the mini camp period, the OTAs.
Dak got 11 commercials to film.
13. 13.
Busy.
13. Unlucky 13.
One more.
Yeah, so he ain't got time for Amari. Amari called him. I heard Amari called him. He said, no, I got to film another commercial.
Did he? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I did.
I don't think you heard that at all. So they get a whole training camp together. They get all those preseason games together.
True.
They will be ready to rock on game number 1 in ways they were not
Who they
ready
played what game
on
one?
Monday. I don't know. It hadn't been announced yet, has it?
I don't think
They
so.
probably will take the L anyway. It doesn't matter.
Take the L. You better hope
Doesn't
so.
matter who it is, Shannon.
So Alan Hearns suffered a career-threatening, like a
Oh,
dislocated ankle and a fractured knee, but they say he is on track to be back for training camp. Remember, he's a big-bodied. He's
Right.
6'1", 205-ish.
Right.
And you know what? He made a bunch of big plays last year. And as you mentioned, Michael Gallup, by the end of the year, you're seeing like little bursts of brilliance, like,
Right.
ooh, that'll
Yeah.
work. That'll work,
made some
right?
big-time plays. Yes,
Okay.
he did.
Then the immortal Jason Witten comes back as a blocker as well as a receiver, a third down target. Am I right?
When was the last time you heard somebody line up like, oh my goodness, I cannot wait to have this blocking tight end?
Well,
it's a passing
You
game.
know what? One guy thinks that. 21 thinks that because 21, Zeke missed him last year.
No, he didn't. He led
Yes,
the league
he
in
did.
rushing.
No, he did. Listen, did he? How him against the Rams?
That's your offensive line.
Yeah, well, that's
your offensive.
we
And that's
missed
your quarterback.
Jason Witten.
If your quarterback can throw the lifted coverage.
He was good that night.
No, he
was
wasn't.
really
Skip.
good.
Stop doing that.
They
He was
won the
not good.
second half.
No, they did. They lost. They
won the second
They
half.
were in such a big deficit in
Yeah.
the first half
Yeah.
that the second half was
Think of the tight end core now. You know tight end play, right? You got a Hall of Famer in Jason Witten on top of Blake Jarwin and Jeff Swain and Dalton Schultz, the rookie out of Stanford.
Oh, what about the other guy?
Huh? I don't know what happened to him.
Oh,
I don't know.
he ain't back?
He's going to try out for the NBA next year.
No.